It's been a true pleasure talking about customer relationship management. We have talked about various aspects of customer relationship management in terms of its definition and various core concepts or the key terms which make up this wonderful concept as a whole. So, today we'll talk about customer relationship management cycle, what we call as CRM cycle. CRM cycle is a very important aspect of customer relationship management, and a right understanding of the entire cycle will really help the marketers to kind of come out of this fierce competition in the most effective way and like reach on to the blue ocean. So the crux of CRM cycle lies in two parts. The first part, which is called customer acquisition part, which is most of the companies definitely they focus on customer acquisition part, and the second most important part, which most of the brands who kind of ignore this, they land up in a soup. So customer relationship management cycle comprises of two parts. First part is customer acquisition, as I said, and the second more important part, which is customer development. So we'll discuss both the parts at length. Now, customer acquisition starts from the point right from the time you start creating awareness about your brand in the minds of your potential customers. Then it leads to nurturing the prospects and converting them, developing a kind of conviction in their minds, and then developing them into your customers. And there, this customer acquisition cycle kind of ends. It's very important for a brand to understand that a real CRM starts after this part comes in picture. That is customer acquisition. That is, the customer has taken the purchase decision and he is now your customer. He has converted, the prospect has converted into a customer. That's precisely your sales funnel, which starts from awareness, interest, desire, and action in the form of purchase decision. Now, most of the brands they feel that after this, once the customer is your customer, you really don't need to focus on retaining the customer. Then they just get into a new competition of grabbing new set of customers, and they kind of lose out on focus on these set of customers. But once the customer takes a purchase decision, I feel that's the most important time. The customer needs to be engaged further, he needs to be nurtured further, because that's the time when a concept, if you've heard a concept called post purchase dissonance, that occurs in the minds of the customers. What is that is, that's a time when customer really assesses purchase decision in the most critical way. Maybe he thinks that he has overpaid for a product or service, or maybe there's a disparity between his prior evaluation and the final look of the product or service, or maybe the competitors are offering something better than what he has opted for. So there might be many reasons, or maybe he has done an impulse purchase and then he has that post purchase dissonance. So there are multiple reasons which you really need to focus on, and that's the time if you create a connect with the customer, that development phase, that's the second part of your customer relationship management cycle, that will be a great help to you in terms of what happens when a customer is your customer. He needs a lot of reassurance in the sense that he has taken a right decision, and that's the time if that connect is created, he will lead to a further stage that is called he'll be your loyal customer. But again, customer loyalty is not the end point, and customer loyalty as a concept is an exhaustive concept. You need to kind of understand customer loyalty to a different level. It's not only when a customer is coming to you for repurchase, he is a loyal customer. No, that is something a wrong assessment, because once the customer is turning back to you for a repurchase, that's only loyalty to that certain extent, but loyalty has to lead to a next level, which is called customer advocacy. Customers should be so much convinced with your brand that it should be from his end that he talks positive about you, he spreads a positive word of mouth about you, he advocates your brand, and he kinds of create that platform for you wherein you have more potential from that satisfied customer. You have more potential customer opting for your brand or getting into that CRM cycle as a new set of customer for whom awareness has been created by a satisfied set of customer. So CRM cycle comprises of broadly these two stages as we discussed: customer acquisition and customer development. So for every brand, it's important that they don't only focus on customer acquisition, but equal focus should be laid on customer development, because development leads to real brand advocates, and those advocates will get in more customers to you on no cost. So it's important to understand this cycle and get into this cycle in a best possible way.